Well, hello. Hello there, everyone. There we go. We're up. I hope that played. It seemed a little to stall a little bit on my end, so I apologize if that
Mhm.
messed up. But
No, it looked good.
thank you for joining me. Good to see you. Well, we
Yes.
got some people. There's Liz. Oh my goodness, we got some people.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Anna, Shatika,
Yes.
Suzanne is hooked.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! You throw a party and you always hope somebody will show up.
That is true. Welcome in, everybody.
Well, I just wanted to come on today and just kinda I've enjoyed the process. I'm learning a whole bunch of new stuff, and, I thought that, I'd try a few things out tonight and see what works, and, we're gonna try the giveaway tool. I got that all set up, so, we'll do something like that, and we can talk about what we're doing. Um, I guess let's just talk about what we're working on to start with, and then we will, talk about a few other things that I wanted to share with everybody. So, Kelly, what are you working on?
So I've got my prayer shawl I started, and it's growing a little bit, growing a little bit. So that's it. That's as far as I got today. Oh, it matches. Look at that.
Look at that.
Pretty much matches the
Do
outfit. Look
you,
at that. Oh, let me
you
see.
know
Pull
what?
it.
Those spots are okay now. It's to get a bunch of them in there. I think it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's looking all right. Yeah. So this is my exciting thing. So I'm doing this for donation. So I challenge everybody to keep those donations going. I know regular Suzanne does donations, and I know there's other people, but she does her knitting and crocheting strictly for a donation, which is good. Yeah. So I'm trying to get into the prayer shawl thing to help out one of my knit sisters in my library. Yeah. So.
Oh, nice, nice.
Hmm.
Well, I worked on our little like cow head. Once
Oh,
you work
looks
on
good.
this little cow head, you have to put these little eyelids on him. And and then you do the stitching underneath with the white.
Yes.
So he has the white of his eyes, and you can't really tell, but he's blue-eyed, I guess a little bit.
Hmm.
He's got some cute he looks like Snuffleupagus like this without like, the same eyes.
Yes.
So we're working on that thing. I haven't done a
Nothing.
thing yet on the body. Still where I was.
Hmm. Hmm.
But I was also just working on a bunch of other things. Look at Liz on her second cow
I
already.
know, right?
Hey, Charlotte. Already on her second cow. I'm gonna be lucky to get this first cow done.
Yeah.
So I worked on Nightbot a little bit.
Okay.
Let me see. Type in, let's see if this works.
Yes.
I don't know if it works for me, but maybe.
Oh, here's the name.
Maybe, maybe not.
Hmm.
There it goes.
Oh,
Woo!
there it is.
So
Yes.
if you type in bonjour, you will get to drop your link. So that was
Nice.
a nice little thing to do. Let's see, what other commands did I add that I thought were interesting
Yeah.
today?
Get in there.
I did
Yeah.
a bunch of stuff. I studied and studied up on that. So you can put in the weather. I haven't tested these. You
Yeah.
can put in like a exclamation point uptime, and it shows how long that we've been on streaming. So whenever you're
Oh,
in there
that's
and you
good.
want to see,
Hmm.
yeah. So channel drop would just be bonjour.
Okay. Let me
Kelly's
see.
is
I'm writing.
Kelly.
I'm
So
typing
we'll
in
see if those
bonjour.
work. And oh, it may not be working, Charlotte. Thanks for trying it. I'll have to try another look at that. I may not have had the code quite right,
Yeah.
but
Let
it
me
looks like
see.
the bonjour thing does work. Yes, so that part works.
Hmm.
Let's see what else did I put in there. I put the uptime in there, and that's about
Hmm.
it. I haven't put a bunch of other things in there. So just learning how to do those things has taken a lot of time, but we're getting
It
there.
is time consuming, isn't it?
It is, and just understanding all the code and wanting it to say what you want it to say. And I think if you
Hmm.
do this, I think it tells you what's in there, but I'm not positive. Something
Oh.
like that.
Oh.
The bot commands are available. Okay. So you can go there and look at the bot commands or whatever, but there's just a few
Mhm.
of them so far. And I'm just glad I got one of them working. So there we
That
go.
is, yes, yeah. The link drop is the fun thing, for people to hook up together, right? If you're
Yeah,
not
yeah,
friends,
exactly.
yeah,
So
it's
let's
good.
see. So I thought we'd talk about a few things. I like to do research on different things and what is it I'm really interested in. And so I did a little bit of that.
Okay.
There's been a lot, like yarn fairs have been kind of an interesting thing for me.
Mhm.
And I've been kind of wanting to see what's available in my area. So I will show you kind of some of the things I found. I'm going to share my screen here.
Oh,
Let's see here. So, for example, this one. Let me get it up here. Okay. So I went out and looked at some of the things online and said, what could I find? And I found this thing about the SoCal uh, Fiber Fair, and it's happening in November. So I can kind of plan for that. And I thought it would be
mhm.
kind of fun to see what they did. I looked at their photos just to
Yeah.
see kind of what they had going on last year, and it
Oh,
looked really fun.
okay.
That's something I think that I might want to do this year. And I've never been to anything like this, and I just thought it might be kind of fun to
Mhm.
see. And if you're wanting to be a vendor, you could be a vendor. It looks like they gave like a pattern out
Yep.
and that sort of thing. So, you know, the competitions. But anyway, I thought it would be kind of a fun thing to do is to go and maybe see some of these different things and maybe start to participate a little bit more, maybe not necessarily go as a vendor or to sell things, but more of just to see what kind of things or people are working on and what people are
Mhm.
doing.
Yeah. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention before is you'll see people spinning. Hopefully, people will be spinning. So you'll see drop spindle people and spinning wheel people. So you might see a few of those there. They might have some demos. So that's actually
Hi,
pretty cool.
Jackie.
Yeah.
Kim G is
Look,
here. Yeah,
hello.
I think that could be fun. It may not be for everybody because some people, may not want to go out and do some things. But
Mhm.
for me, I just thought it might be kind of fun to do that.
Yep.
Then I started looking around at different places and different opportunities for other people. Let me see if I can get this on there. So this was something that I just kind of did a Google search
Oh,
on, and there are different Yarny dates around the world. I thought they were kind of interesting. There's
yes.
in the summer of 2025, it's like there's lots of really cool things. Like I saw
Okay.
this one, like if you click on this, it'll take you, or maybe it won't. I probably have to do that. But anyway, if you click on these, you can kind of get to see um, what's going on in different places, and it's just really
Mhm.
interesting to see what they're doing. Like this one in Great Tennessee looks really interesting. I enjoyed seeing that one. So
Mhm.
there's different ones I think that are pretty awesome. Let me see if I can change that, and I'll show you
Yeah, we
another
just had
one.
the Philadelphia yarn crawl 2 weeks ago. I couldn't go, but
They
people
just
look
had
like
one in
they
LA
bought a bunch of
too.
stuff. Yeah, and they always have like, when they do the yarn crawls, they'll go to different yarn stores, and it's usually scheduled, not necessarily scheduled, but during these
Yeah,
specific days, and people go in and look and see what they have, and it's like free advertising for the yarn stores and stuff. Yeah.
how fun. So like in this one specifically, it's like this is a Tennessee one. It looks kind of like fun. It's in August.
Oh.
They're going to have all kinds of different vendors and what they're doing, and I think it could be really fun. So
Mm,
they're going to have tours and patterns and tickets and all kinds of fun stuff. So when you go
mm.
to that Yarny type thing, what was that called? That was called nittynatty.com yarny dash events. But you can
Oh,
just go
wow.
out, like I say, what you can do is you can just go look and do some exploration on Google and kind of find some of the things that you think are real interesting.
Yep. Yeah, that's good. That's awesome.
I don't know if you been to very many. Oops, sorry. Have you been to too many of them or just?
Only like 3. I've been to 3 in 3 different areas, and, the biggest one that I went to, was it Allentown? It might have been Allentown, and it had they have a little, same thing like a fairgrounds. They have a fairgrounds, and it's a pretty big building. And they had maybe 50, 75 vendors. So it was quite a few. And they had people who made yarn bowls, drop spindles, um, spinning wheels. A couple people had spinning wheels. Some they had demos. One lady was teaching drop spindle, and she was also carding, wool. We had a lady who had a Angora bunny, so she was showing people the bunny, and she was kind of spinning off the bunny while the bunny was sitting there. So there's a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
And then hand dyed yarn, so you can get a lot of that. And one lady had
Yeah.
recycled yarn, which was nice. I thought that was cool. Yep.
Oh, that's nice. Well, I've seen people do that. They'll go to like thrift stores and get things and unravel them and actually make things out of that. That's kind of cool too.
Yeah.
This is just going to Instagram. And once you get on Instagram, I just put in like different fibers and I started finding things. You can go on here and hit who these people are following. A lot of times
Yep.
you'll end up with some really cool individuals to follow or organizations to follow. So, it's not just going on YouTube or going on Google, but you could use any of your socials because all these places seem to really have some cool stuff to share. Whoops, sorry.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I wanted to tell you, you have a person I've never seen before. Lori's. Oh, I missed it now. I have to go back up. Let's see. Lori's Crochet. Hold on. Somebody new to me anyway. Lori's Stories.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. So welcome in.
She's really awesome. Thank you, Lori. I saw her yesterday, and I was in yesterday, last night. She was doing some stuff, and I was gardening, and then she had a live last night that I didn't get to see yet, that I wanted to go because she was going to make panels on the Centro.
Oh, nice!
And so I'd heard about that. And I thought that would be real interesting to take a look at.
Yeah, that's a good one. Hello.
That's a really good one, I think. So let me see what else I can find. There's another thing I wanted to show you guys. Kelly has talked a lot about, finding or groups. So I went out and looked at just some things. Like this is Orange County Library. And then it's got an event. This is Orange County, California, right?
Yep.
So it's gotten all these different things for people to get involved in. And look what was there. Here's a crochet corner. It's a community with craft with others. New to crochet will help you learn, bring your own materials, or use our limited supplies. And so this happened yesterday, but there's lots of groups like this. And you were talking about like trying to find different groups, find your tribe. That's one way you can do it, is go look at your local library's website.
Yep.
So I thought that was a very cool thing to see, that you could find, places to go and things to do. And there are other things you might enjoy doing too. Like they're doing candle making and just all kinds of cool stuff. Right. And I think that, we gotta enjoy life as much as we can and finding things to do. I have friends that I just love. We love going places and finding goofy things to do. We'll go do ceramics together. We'll do art shows. We'll just about do anything. So it's we have a good old time.
Yeah. Oh, and the other thing about the libraries real quick. So they want to do programming. So if you really want to start a group, they will be amenable to do that. So because they like to get the community involved, just so you know. Yeah. So if you ask, it's not a big ask. Like they're willing to do it if they have the space and the time available. Yeah. So anyway, go ahead.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
This one is Orange County, Florida, because when I first put Orange County,
right,
I ended up with a whole bunch of people. But anyway, these are some really cool places that you can look at, and it's all these are like arts and crafts and makers, and I think that's like way cool to have that available. And it tells you what library you can knock it down to whatever you want to do, wherever your closest library would be. If I wanted to just find Orlando, I could hit Orlando, and then it would limit it and show me just things from that area.
Yep.
So I think that's like very cool. Look at that, wall hanging. That's kind of cool. It's an intermediate level. So if you really are a good crocheter and you want to try something very different, there's your opportunity to kind of explore and take crochet into more of an arts and craft format.
That's right.
So I
Okay.
think these libraries or something has something to offer. So those are some of the things I wanted to talk about this, to
Cool.
start out with, is just some of the things I've just really enjoyed doing. So let's do, there is one thing I want to do before we do anything
Sure.
is, if you guys could just type in unraveled into the comments. And then what I'm going to do is just make sure that my, giveaway tool is working.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
yeah.
you need to see how many.
And
Yep.
Sheila says she needs to go to your library. Well, my library didn't have as much as Florida did. I mean, so, it's
You never
just a
know.
matter of where you are.
Yes.
Now, you never know unless you really look at it. You just never know.
Yeah, you have to ask,
So
and that's
yeah,
the thing. Don't be shy, because like I said, libraries, they actually, like, our library system gets points, and which means funding, extra funding if they do more programming. So they're definitely,
oh, yeah.
happy to. Yes, it really, it's a win-win situation. So don't be afraid to ask, and I'm really trying to knock that, in people's heads. Don't be afraid to ask. They will do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you
Long as
don't
they have
necessarily
time.
have to run it. I mean,
Yep.
if you ask, it might even provoke, they may know somebody that would like to do it, and then,
Right.
say, hey, there's people asking about this. So it
There
could
you
go a lot of different ways.
That's right.
Yesterday I was on Facebook looking at groups, just like, I have one in the town, all towns have their own little Facebook group, right?
Yes.
And there was there was somebody that started a brand new knitting and crochet group right
See?
in my area, right at a community park right next to me. So, I don't know if I'm going to be able to go, but it's awesome that they're doing that. And I think
Yeah.
that'd be really fun in the summertime to it's like the library is one of my favorite things in the world. I remember I homeschool my grandson, and a lot of kids are like, oh, I don't go to the library, I'm just going to buy the books or whatever.
Yeah.
And you think about, we had a conversation, and he actually wrote a paper about it. Why are public libraries relevant in the age of technology? Because
There
why
you go.
can't I just get it online? Why can't I just get
Mhm.
whatever? And it really put it into his brain that there's a place for that, and that not everybody has access to the same things that you do.
That is true.
All right, I'm going to see if this actually works.
We'll see. Yeah,
I
see how
got
much.
10 entries. So
Okay.
it's just a test.
Yep.
Look at that. It's like going around and doing things.
Okay. Yep.
And
There it goes. Yep. Uh-oh. Okay.
Bila. So Bila, let's hope that may the force be with you, but it's like,
Yes.
at least we know it works,
It works. That's good.
I totally love it.
Yes.
So I did
Yeah.
that on my cell phone so that I could, I don't know if that's how you do it, but that's how I decided
Now
to
I
do
do
it.
it. So the only reason I do it on my computer is I can just make I can make it big and then, so it's more for that. So you can do it on a separate tab if you want on your computer, and you can
I
blow up
thought
the
so.
person's name. Yeah.
I have so many tabs
You have
open.
too
It's
many
like
tabs open. Okay,
insanity.
that's fine. I
Yeah,
understand.
that's why I just thought we'd do it. So,
Yeah. No, it's fine.
so anyway, let me
Mhm.
get
But at
back to
least
do
at
it
least you have
again.
yeah, it worked out for you, so it's good. Yeah.
Oh,
In the
great. First
library,
time
yeah,
it worked. So yay.
that's
So
new stuff.
let's see. I'm gonna show you guys. Go ahead. Say it.
No,
Were
I
you
just
saying
said new
something?
stuff.
Sorry.
That's good. And that's okay. And then so you had some. I'm trying to think if any new people came in. Bila, we saw Lori. Susanna's hooked. I don't know if I missed anybody. Hopefully we didn't. Oh, but Liz. Okay, so we're gonna take a moment here and pause. So someone bought yarn from Joanne.
Oh, I might have done that, but I think some other people did too.
No, I'm talking about someone who should have been resting. No, she didn't go, but somebody got her some yarn, I hear.
She did. Oh,
Yes.
yes.
So we got to find
I
out.
might
What,
have
I
went
missed
to
I
the
missed the
yarn store
comment, so
too.
it went back up. I have to go back up and look. Not
I might have
me.
went to the yarn store.
Oh,
So I did drop by this weekend, and they had that stuff that I like to make socks out of. It's called Baby
yes,
Bunny.
the baby bunny. Nice.
the baby bunny. So it's I really like this yarn. It does just a really, really good job of making it's very soft and it's just wonderful. But the only two colors they had were
Oh,
purple and gray.
and gray. Yeah,
You
they
can do
had a
that.
mountain of that gray. Yes. I saw
Yeah,
that.
you can do something with that. I figure I could do something with that.
Yeah,
And
gray's
then
okay.
Anna,
Oh, my. Yeah.
my,
I see
my
what you
lovely Anna wanted Juicy Couture
did. Okay.
chenille, and she wants a scarf
Nice.
made out of that. We got a few of those.
Mm-hmm.
And they had like a blue one, so I got a blue one.
Oh, the
I got a
blue's
gold
nice.
one. The
Oh,
blue is really pretty, isn't it?
I
It's
think
very
I like
nice,
that.
very
Darn
soft,
it. Okay. I don't think we had that.
very harsh. It's called a, I don't know what color it's called. It's called coral regal blue.
Oh, that's really nice. I like it.
And then Anna also like saw this and thought she would really like socks made out of
Oh,
this.
yeah.
So it's a I don't know what weight it is. It's a light 3,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it'd make pretty socks. So,
Yeah.
that's what she's gonna do. So I got all my yarn that needs to be classified into a big bag here. And then when I
Yes.
went to the Dollar Tree, I did buy a bunch of these little chenilles because I thought these purples were
Mm,
real pretty.
very
That
nice.
was a good one. Yeah, purple was
Purple.
good. And
Yes.
another one.
I like it.
Oh, and they had a light purple.
Oh,
So I thought, the dark purple and light purple together could make
would
something
be
really cute.
nice. Mm.
Yeah, could be really cute. So those were at the dollar store. Those
Okay.
were fun to do. And then
DT.
I pulled out some other things too. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll like do I'll show you what we're gonna do for our drawings and stuff. And
Okay.
then we'll go from there. So let me see if I can make this camera do what I want it to do.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to say hi to Kim
Ooh,
G. Yeah, Kim G's here.
I
Yes. I
did,
think we missed her. Just
so
going back through the
I did
chat.
say that. I don't know if
Did
anybody
you?
heard me.
Did you? Okay. I
Um,
want to make sure. Yeah. I'm just going through here. But I think we're good.
so
Okay.
I found these cute, cute boxes. And they were at Hobby Lobby and they were, I think, $3. They were marked down really cheap. And so they're
Okay.
beautiful boxes. And we've been all about this Highland cow lately. So what I thought I would do is one of the prizes we're going to do tonight, maybe not the first one, but so what I call curating a box. So
Yes.
I curated a box with all the things that you would need to make a Highland cow. And so it's like you could pick whatever pattern you wanted. If you want the one that we did, you can, if you win this, you can get in touch. I'll send you the pattern. I'll get you one. But it's like I thought I'd get a two-tone. So we've got two tones of brown and the red.
Okay.
There we go.
Ooh,
And let's see, what is that color? Cafe au lait, which is perfect for
nice.
cow.
Mhm.
And this one is red brick.
Okay.
So
Nice.
that would be for the body. Then I found these little ones. They're mini makers,
Oh,
and
mini
they're
make.
just a dark brown for the hooves.
Mhm. For the hooves, nice, nice.
Yeah. And then I found a couple of these. They're the kind of off-white. They're a kind of cream colored.
Yes.
And then for the horns. And then I couldn't find a pink like that I wanted. So I did go to the Dollar Tree and I found a pink for the tongue because this one
Perfect.
that I made has sticking out. So in
Nice.
the kit too, I did include safety eyes and some different options
Oh,
on the color you might want to make your safety eyes. And then I got a crochet hook, and it is
oh,
a 3.5, and that seems to
okay.
work really well on this yarn because I'm using about the same weight yarn
Mhm,
before, when I'm
mhm.
doing my cow. So anyway, it just gives you an idea of some things that would be in
Yes.
that box. So that's our cow box. We're going to do that one. And
Okay.
then this is another box that and it's like I'm an art person, so I curate boxes. So on this was kind of fun. This one, I don't do a lot of granny squares, but certainly a lot of people do like it. And it was a granny square yarn that I found, and I thought it was pretty cool. It's a red heart, and it will
Yes.
also come with a knitting needle. And it comes with some stickers that says it's hip to be square. And then this is another thing I'm going to put in this box, and it says it's a gauge tool. So you can
Nice.
actually wraps per inch. I've never used one, but I thought it was really interesting.
Yes. Yeah, that's a
I
good
don't
way to figure
have
out
you ever
how big. Yeah. Mhm.
because there,
Yep.
I'm not a great gauge person sometimes, but I think a lot of people really are good with gauge stuff. It seems to make a big difference.
Yeah.
And with this also comes a Granny Life cup, and it has granny squares inside.
Oh,
So you can have your tea and you can do granny squares. So that's the granny square kind of that I put together.
that
Over
is a
here, and I
nice
will show you the
nice
rest of it.
presentation. I like it.
That's a pretty fun box, right? That's a
I
pretty
love
fun
it.
box.
Wow. What else is mine over there?
What else is yours today? Let's see.
No, no, I'm
So I
I'm
found
just let
yeah,
the
I found
ladies.
some beautiful. Okay, I'm going to turn this thing back and
Mm,
get it back on my face here. I can do it. There we go. Learning to use the new camera.
mm.
Um, I found these cakes. I thought they were really, really pretty. The colors in them were just great. Look at this.
Mm.
And it's so soft. It's
Yes.
called a sugar wheel.
Yes.
And the color, let me see what the color was. Petit four galore.
Oh,
So it's a French. No wonder I like it so much.
very
So I've
French.
got two of those in this
Oh.
kit. I don't have them in a box, but and
Mhm.
it will come with a knitting needle. And it is what have I got? The most common one, size 5. So it's
Okay.
got a nice little thing here, and that came from Hobby Lobby. And then the other thing that I have is two of these. So many people love these diamond paintings, right?
Yes,
And
they
so we've
do.
been all about the cow. So I found a Highland cow diamond painting.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's advanced, but it's a
Yes,
good one. I think it's very
yes,
pretty. It's very
very
pretty.
cute.
And then
Mhm.
with it will come a Holstein in honor of your two-dimensional cow that you made.
I love
So
those.
that's another set that I have.
Yes,
Aren't they great? They're
that
just
is
great.
amazing.
So anyway, those are kind of the things that we have that I found.
Yes.
I went around and just, I found really good deals. There were a lot of good sales. There were sales at Hobby Lobby. There were sales
Mhm.
at um, the Joann's, and Joann's.
Yes.
My granddaughter and I went in there and had a ball. And we made a video where my granddaughter took her amigurumi llama with her, and she told the llama that she really wasn't its mother, and this is where
Right.
it started. And it wouldn't always be there, so it was really a good opportunity for him to understand where he came from. And you'll be amazed how many people talk to you in a store if you take one of your amigurumis in with you.
Mhm.
I got stopped, I think, every 10 minutes or so, and we just
Very good.
had a ball doing that. So
That's
she was game for doing it, and I directed, and we just had a ball. Thanks, Charlie. I'm glad you
yeah.
liked it. It's on my channel if you want to see it. I think it
Yep.
got like 800 views in days. It was crazy, that people actually liked it. But
It's
those one of the things that you do is cross pollinate. When you put a
yes.
short on, use your hashtags, put it in different groups that you are um, involved in. If you have on Facebook, like a group that you have that, share that you have a new video out like that, and it will make a big difference and make it. I followed a lot of you have told us to use the vertical
Mhm.
lives for shorts, and I think that probably made a difference too.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that
Yeah,
was pretty
good.
cool. So this is all a learning process for me, and it takes some time to get it together. So let's see,
Mm.
let's do one of these, and let's say I'm gonna make it a, the word, and I'll give you guys plenty of time, so you got plenty of time to put it in there. We'll do the diamond paintings, and we'll just put in diamond. If you want to type in diamond, I don't think it's a specific on capitals or not, but if you put it in, you can put it in with a capital or without, and I think you'll be fine. Or put it in
Mm,
both ways because it'll only count you one time, so it really doesn't matter. But if you guys want to
mm,
enter in diamond, we
yep.
will decide who gets like these diamond paintings. And I'll tell you is afterwards, what you need to do is, just contact me. I'm on Instagram and messengers there. You can certainly go in there and send me your information, and I'll be more than happy to answer you and get your address and that sort of thing, and any questions you might have about it.
Okay.
So yeah, Kelly, you
See,
need to do it too. I
well,
know you want to do a diamond.
we've got some diamond painting ladies here. I hate for them to, I mean, like I know that's their jam. I mean, I haven't tried it yet,
You
but
know,
let's
I
see.
love watching Charlotte and Jackie do those things. They're just
It
so
is
much
cool.
fun to watch.
Yes.
I've never done one, maybe one of
Mhm.
these days, but I have sworn that I'm not going to take on any other crafts at this point.
I
I might
understand
have enough.
that.
I might
Same
have
here.
enough to do. You
Now
know, I
we have a
might
new
have enough to do.
yeah, you have a new person came in. D Yummy Elmo 69. Good to see. I haven't
Oh,
seen you in a
hello.
while.
How are you?
Good to see you. Welcome in.
Thanks for joining us. It's just
Hmm.
fun. I'm just one of like this is just the way that I'm celebrating kind of debuting a channel and figuring out what I want to do with it. And
Yes.
those are some of the things I can take some constructive criticism if you oh, Anna started a llama diamond painting.
Oh my.
We
Okay.
found Joanne had kids, and I don't know how your Joanne's are, but the one by us, it's pretty picked over, and it was only a few days left, and
Mm,
these kits were there, so I was able to get them at a really good price.
yeah. Oh, that's good.
So I think this one was the cow one's not very expensive. It's like $5, but
Hmm.
the black and white cow, it was like 15. But I
Oh,
got it on sale, so it
oh
was
my.
I don't know if that makes a difference, and maybe it's just
Yeah.
the size of it, I think.
Hmm.
So
That's
yeah,
very
one's the small cow is the design is 12 by 16,
nice.
and the finished of the big cow is 12 by 12. So I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know. But who
Interesting.
knows? We'll figure it out. So anyway, all right, everybody got their diamond in. Let's go ahead and we're gonna start collecting names and see what happens. And I'll tell you how many entries. We have 11.
Okay.
I don't need a phone call in the middle of it.
Yep.
12. So anybody last minute, if you want to be in there.
Yep. Nice.
All right. So I'm going to draw.
Okay. All
Oops.
right. See, hopefully Jane got in. No, she did. Okay, good.
No.
It's Anna. I think it's Anna.
Anna, do you want the diamond paintings or do you want to put them in? I don't know if you want the complicated cow diamond paintings, but it's up to you.
It's funny.
We'll wait for her to say. Look at Liz. I won. I won. That's awesome. Well, cool,
Mhm.
cool, cool. Hello, Anna. Anna, you
That
took
is
my
funny.
cows. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You never win, but yes, you do. You win every time you go out with me. She wins all the time. So let's see. I want to also show you guys some other things. Let's talk about these. There's another thing I want to chat about, and I thought it'd be kind of fun is what do you have in your oh, I wanted to show you this too, the Highland cow. This
Oh
was
yeah.
really cool.
Let me see
The
that.
Highland cow. So if let's say you don't really want to do one of those cows that seems so complicated like what we did,
Mm-hmm.
check that out.
Oh, I like the pillow.
I
Yes. That's
It's
nice.
like that would be so much easier for people to make, right?
I
And you
think
could still,
so.
like, if you win
Yes.
that cow set, you could still, like, do that. I think that would be
Yes.
way cool.
Mm-hmm. I like it. Yeah,
Let me
that is
see if I
very
got
cute.
anything. see Etsy I have? Yeah, okay, there we go. So one of the things I thought we'd talk about today is I'm not going to buy all these, but these are things that sometimes whenever I'm sure you do this too with Amazon or whatever. What do you
Yep.
have in your cart? So
Ra-
these are the
Random
things that
stuff.
I like.
Yes, random stuff. Yes.
Random stuff. So I went on Etsy and I was looking at amigurumi and look at him.
Mm-hmm.
He is like, let me put you in here. Can you see that? Oh, maybe
Let me
not.
see. What? No. Which one? The little hyena? Because you have the hyena
Yeah,
and
the
the
hyena. Can you
the
see the
hyena.
hyena? Okay,
We can see him. Yep.
all right. Let me see what we got in here. Make sure I'm in the right space. So the hyena is there. I don't think I got the right Etsy doohickey. Here, I'll take it down. I'll do it again. I'll put
That's
it in
very.
the
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nice.
let me get that off of there.
But
And
the
then
cow
I
pillow,
will show you.
I like that. Very cute. Very cute.
The cat pillow's cool, right? I mean, you could do really cute stuff. You don't have to do these real complicated type of things, You could
Yes.
find things that are not so complicated. And that pillow, I think, would be really cute sitting in
Yes.
the right kind of room. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it'd be kind of weird. It'd be weird in some rooms, I guess.
I think it's very cute. So I would
Okay, so
I would
let's
work
see
that
here.
pillow.
You would do that pillow?
I would
All
work
right.
that pillow. I
So,
would.
so you got the hyena there, right?
Yes.
And
And
then,
he's spots.
can you see him? I don't know if it makes him big.
Yeah,
If
you
it's
might.
delayed,
Yeah, you
it may
might.
not. Anyway,
Yeah, if you go on the Etsy page, you can stretch it. I don't know if you have that stretchy. You can do it with your fingers, make it bigger, or just increase
yeah,
the
it doesn't
size.
seem to do it, but
Mm,
that's one thing. It's in my cart for sure. I like that one.
mhm, mhm.
Um, and we got the cow pillow. And is it moving? This thing. One thing I don't like about Etsy is that when you have it up, the it opens up a new window and it gets real confusing about which one
Oh,
you're
okay.
in.
Mm.
Okay. So we were also like Jackie and I, a bunch of us were talking about, I think Jackie in particular was really interested in maybe doing
Oh,
the little the How to Train Your Dragon.
mhm.
So
Yeah,
they
I've
have
seen
these
that for
cute
sure.
dragons. I found a
Mhm.
golden retriever crochet pattern, but it looks like
Nice.
it's some kind of yarn that you must comb or something to
Oh,
um,
like
make it
straight.
like this. This is the And I've been looking at this ever since my youngest granddaughter has been born, and it's a
That's
hat that's a unicorn. Yeah, see, it
that's
won't
cute.
do it. It won't.
Yeah,
It's
that.
really, really cute. I'm
Mhm.
looking
Mm.
at a dragon pattern. So, I've got all these amigurumis that I'm checking out and putting
Mm.
into to my box here. Where
Yes.
is that? And then Anna sent me something pretty cute earlier today. It was a crocheted sweater that she's interested in that has
Mm.
an
Oh,
eyeball
yes.
in the center
Yep.
on. I don't
Yes.
know, Bila. You'll have to go on Etsy and put your dog breed in there and see what it says. It might be something really cool.
Yeah.
They have so far I have seen so many different ones. That it's like I haven't found too many breeds. They had a pit bull that looked really real in there. It was kind
Yes.
of crazy
Yes.
looking. So I don't know. So those are some of the things I've been looking at. It's like, what are some of
Mhm.
the favorite things that I just really enjoy? Oh, let me show you this one. There's another one I want to show you too.
Yes.
This was really cool. I started watching all of these people that were going to these Viper shows, right?
Yes.
And there was some really cool stuff. And there was this one. This was a vendor at one of the things that I saw, the lady that went to it. I had never heard of this before. Have you ever heard of this? It's from Brazil.
Oh,
Circula. So I don't
Oh,
know if you've ever heard of that before, but they
mm-mm.
have a lot of different things. And what really got my interest was the patterns in ebooks.
Oh,
So when you go to the patterns and ebooks, every one of these patterns is free.
oh my gosh, that is really nice.
And they're beautiful, beautiful patterns, and they're both knitted and crocheted. Here's the
Okay.
one I thought was really interesting. It's called a cloudy day top. Let me see if I can get it to come up.
So is that the white one? The white one?
That's the
Yeah.
white one. And look how
Hmm.
pretty that is.
Oh, that is. Wow.
Look at how cute that is. And that does not look difficult at all.
Hmm.
It's boxy, which, sometimes that's people complain about that with crocheted, but I think the
Hmm.
way this is designed, it's actually very pretty and it could be a
Yes.
beautiful top.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
yeah,
like it.
it's down here. It tells you everything you need. It's all
Okay.
there and you can download it as well. So
Oh, there
everything
is.
I found on this website was free. And this was a vendor that happened to be at one of the fiber art shows.
Okay.
But yeah, it's blankets, it's everything.
Oh,
There's pillows, there's amigurumi, there's bikinis,
oh,
there's
bikini. Oh,
and then like this little lamb here, Serafina the lamb, that's a knitted amigurumi.
yep.
Here's tic-tac-toe board, and I mean,
Oh,
just the cutest things. So if you're interested in trying, like you're not really committed to this whole hard amigurumi thing, but you're interested in making something small, like these little happy bunny bag, it's just as cute as it can be. I think that would be
oh, that's
fun to
very
make,
cute.
and
Yes.
I don't think it would be particularly hard. And I think year round, kids like bunnies,
Yes, they do.
so I think that would be a very very cute
Mm,
amigurumi for somebody.
yeah,
So
that's very
anyway, that was the different products they have. They have lots of different kinds of products. They were the
mm,
ones that if you like amigurumi, they have see they make all kinds of stuff. They make amigurumi armatures so you could
mhm,
put inside your amigurumis to keep the head from bobbing up and down and that
right.
sort of thing. So I think that was pretty interesting too.
Mhm.
So I don't know if you guys have, yeah, it's Brazil. I just like that was
Mhm.
just really a cool website. I was really impressed with that website because sometimes you find things that are free, but they're not great.
Yeah.
And these are great.
Those are really
These were
nice.
really, really, yeah, they
Yep.
were really
I like
cute They even have weaving patterns and purses
weaving.
and all kinds of stuff.
Yep. Oh, and then
Where
we
did
have
you say that?
yeah, Linda Snyder
Oh,
came in. See? Linda Snyder.
welcome.
Yep.
So I hope that you like enjoyed those kinds of websites. I don't know. Do you have any websites that you like to look at stuff on, Kelly?
Oh, I do enjoy oh boy. Of course. I knew you were gonna ask me and then I did a blank. I like your inspirations. There's some good ones on there. And Hirschner's has some interesting ones. And they have those old ones from the 50s. So if you're into that kind of stuff, they have some of those crazy sweaters from the 50s. And Mary Maxim as well. But there's a knitting website, and I'm gonna have to look it up. That's from Spain, and I cannot think of the name. We Are Knitters. It's called We Are Knitters, and they're based out of Spain, and what they sell is knitting kits that are for beginners, and it's real thick, like number 5, number 6 yarn. It's usually wool, and it comes in balls about this big, and you need like 3 or 4 balls for a sweater. And they have the instructions, and they give you the knitting needles, so it comes in a little bag. You get the yarn, the knitting needles, and for anybody who's like brand new knitting, and they're very simple. It's usually garter stitch, something or other. But I like that website. It's not free, but they do have some. Sometimes they offer stuff for free. So We Are Knitters, and also
Yeah.
Web. I like Webs, WEBS, I think .com, and that's another website that has stuff like yarn, hooks, knitting needles, and all the
Yeah,
accoutrement.
I
And
think the free ones are cool because when people are maybe they've got a big stash of yarn and
yeah,
it's sometimes it's kind of hard to justify spending $10 on a pattern, so it's like it is fun to have some of the free ones. And if you're doing group activities like some of the things that we do,
Yep.
I think that that's a great way to go.
Yep.
This is Lovecrafts. I'm sure you've seen
Oh,
Lovecrafts
I
before,
like love crafts. Yep.
but Lovecrafts has a ton of free stuff. So does that Hobie, Hobii. They have some
Yep.
cool free stuff. But some of these
Mhm.
are just absolutely beautiful. I mean,
Yeah.
this rose pattern, it's like
Yeah,
crocheted
that's pretty.
roses, lots of
Mhm.
blankets, granny squares, if you want to do the perfect granny square.
Yep.
But yeah, little like this little plushy frog, that's a really small amigurumi that
Yes.
wouldn't take a whole lot to do. And if when you're
Mhm.
using the chenille yarns, they are
Yes.
certainly very forgiving. So if you
Yes.
don't get it just right, you can still make something that's really pretty
Mm.
nice.
Yep.
So
Oh,
yeah,
and
those are some of the fun things.
Suzanne said Hirschner sells Circulo, or I think it's Circulo. Yeah, they sell some of that yarn there. I didn't know that, so that's cool.
Yeah, I never heard of it. I had never heard of it, and was
I
really
mean,
impressed when I looked at their website. And you can go
mm,
on there and find out where they sell it too. So that if you go on there, they don't sell direct to the public, but they will show you the yarn stores that do that. So
mm.
it's fun stuff, man.
Okay,
Let's,
that's
let's
exciting.
see if we can do. Yeah. Whoops. Let me go
All
back.
right, that's great. Yep, and welcome in
So
everybody.
yeah, welcome
Mhm.
in. So we're just looking at some things that we like, and that's really where I was at today. I don't know how long we'll go, but we'll do these giveaways for sure. So our Anna won the first one. So
Yep.
I'm sorry that my granddaughter won it. Let's do another one. Let's do
Oh,
these these the sugar wheels, and
oh,
let's it's two sugar wheels, and it's got a crochet hook that goes with it, and it's a size 5, which
okay.
is I think would be really appropriate for this. Let me look at what it
Mhm.
says on here, if it says what you choose. I don't know. Yeah, it's recommending a 5.5, so you could use a 5 or a 5.5. I think any
Mhm.
one of those certainly would be good. So let's put in the word sugar.
Okay, and then D is asking, is this for the USA only? I forgot to ask that question earlier.
You know what? I didn't think about saying that. I mean, if you're from somewhere else and you want to pay the shipping, I'm certainly happy to do that. If you're not in the States, but if there's exorbitant shipping, yeah, we could do it. But it probably works best if it's in the United States.
Yep.
But Canada's not that far away. Sometimes when it's end up going to Europe, it becomes a big problem.
Yeah, it does. Yep. People never get. Oh, she's in Canada. Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, okay,
they
okay.
don't get the packages, right? That's what I keep hearing.
And I don't even know why it costs to send anything to Canada these days. I don't know if it's a lot or a little or what. This isn't very big, so this
Yeah.
box probably could go to Canada.
Okay.
All right, so let's see. We got sugar. I'm gonna see how many people we have in the entry.
Mm-hmm.
We have 11. So if anybody 12. So last minute, you can join in and type in the word sugar,
Okay.
and you will get one of these.
Yep. And
So we're
Hobby
at
Lobby,
12.
that's one of my favorite cotton. Definitely one of my favorites. Not that nobody any
It
cares,
is
but
a really nice one. What
it's
is
very
this?
nice.
Is
It's
it
very nice
cotton?
cotton. Yeah.
See what it's made out of. It's 100.
Or
This is 100% acrylic,
oh, that's the
but it's
acrylic one.
very soft.
Yep.
This
And
is the
they have
acrylic
both.
one.
That's right. Oops, sorry about that. Yep.
I love it. So there's 2 of them in this.
But the
So
colors
we
are
have
pretty.
2.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see what we got. We're going to draw.
Okay. Let's see.
Kim G.
MG. All right. Ooh, there was a little hesitation.
Congratulations, Kim G. Yeah, you know what? It's like I've been in drawings like this, and it'll slow down right before my name, and it goes right over it.
Boom.
So congratulations, Kim. So
Yes,
if you
very
want
nice.
to message me, and we'll get these out to you for sure. That was fun.
That was funny. That was good.
That was fun.
Love it. I love it.
I love this drawing tool. You just want to do this all day long. I just don't have
I
enough
know
things to give
it
away.
is fun. It is very fun.
Yeah.
Yes. Let me
You're very
see.
welcome, Kim. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'm doing this and I'm kind of playing around with it and figuring out what direction. It's really hard to come up with a focus. I
Hmm.
want to focus on fiber arts on this channel specifically, and I'm going to move all my bike stuff to a new channel for maxed out mountain biking. So we'll move everything over there eventually, but I'm going to leave them sitting there for a little bit longer, and because it
Yes.
helps me to get the stuff on here. Jackie, I'm using StreamYard's giveaway tool. And if you just Google that, it'll show you exactly how to hook that into your channel. And it works. So we did a little test on it and it worked. And if you want to drop your link, if you came in after I had said that, you can type the word bonjour, BONJOUR, which means good day in French. And if you type that, it will drop your link. So that was pretty cool. Then, yeah, shiny yarn. What's a shiny yarn? I don't know if Restream has one. Do you know if Restream has one?
I can't remember. That's really interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I'll look. I'll just take a look while.
Nightbot has one, but I didn't see good reviews on it. Somebody that I watched
Yeah,
on YouTube said it didn't work very well.
right. There is a YouTube giveaway tool, but it changes. I noticed that that there's different vendors that do it, and it works kind of the same way as the StreamYard. But I think the StreamYard makes sense because it definitely pulls it. I've never seen a problem with the StreamYard one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So is everything dropping? Are they all dropping? Yay,
Yeah,
got
it
that
looks
one
like it's
right.
working.
So
Yep. Oh yeah, but you can try out any of them really, and I think it's a nice way because the Streamyard tool does the confetti. Like for me, that's like the thing. There's a little confetti when somebody
yeah,
wins,
yeah,
which I enjoy.
yeah, exactly,
I'm a little
exactly.
weirdo that way. Yeah.
So, I mean, what would you guys want to see? Like, do you like seeing like what's happening in the world of fiber arts? Do you like more of that kind of thing? Do you just like the chat? Do you like watching people do things? I mean, I'm really open to suggestions on what might make the channel appealing and add value. I don't want to do something that's boring to anybody and they don't enjoy.
Yeah.
So you guys can think about that and take that. So I also bought
Mhm.
some things. I was going through all my stash and looking at some things that I had made. And this was like a scarf that I made at some point. It's knitted, but
Mm.
it's very pale pink. It's really soft. And this is why I use these little bitty, like thin
Ooh.
yarns because I just think they're beautiful and it's very
Mhm.
light and it can just go around you. And
Yes.
it's not for winter, it's more of a California type of weight. So, if
Mhm.
you're chilly and you want to go out, this one was one that I made.
Yes.
Um, and then I used to find really cool yarns. Like this one has like sequins in it.
Oh wow.
And it's really pretty at night, to go out with
Yeah.
this thing around your neck and you have maybe black on. It's really,
Mhm.
really pretty. I like that one.
Nice.
Um, I haven't found a lot of yarns like this 'cause I don't have any specialty shops by my house, but look at the sequins on this one.
Oh yeah, that's
It's
fancy.
fancy. It almost
Mhm.
looks like what's that hematite. It almost looks like hematite with or
Hematite.
like it's got kind of that look to it. And you'd think it'd be scratchy, it really isn't. Let's see
Mhm.
what else I got. Now, I used to make a lot of these kinds of scarves. They're very, very thin. It's
Mhm.
almost a ribbony type thing. I don't know if you've ever seen that kind of yarn, but
Oh, nice.
it's a ribbony thing and it shines
Mhm.
and it's just very lightweight again. So, knitting and crocheting doesn't always have to be wintry stuff. I think that's
Mhm.
living in California has forced me to find lighter weight things so you can enjoy the knitwears. And like
Mhm.
if you're cold, then you can do these kind of things. This is another one of
Yes.
the things that I like to do is the cabling.
Yes.
So
Very
those are
nice.
always fun.
Mhm.
Um, this one I made a long time ago, and it's kind of funny. It's goofy. It's an alligator
Oh.
scarf,
Oh, I see. Yes. I recognize what that
and it's
is.
got alligator. It's got
Yes.
alligator ribs and a tail, and you
Mm.
can
Mhm.
you can have an alligator around your neck. So, but it's really
Okay.
cute. The little eyes are three dimensional. Let me show you. Little eyes. on this
Oh,
thing.
that's
They're
funny.
kind of three-dimensional and they stick up, you know?
Oh my,
So
like a
they're
real alligator.
like a real alligator. He's got little nose holes, he's got little nostrils and stuff. So that was a cute one that I did.
Yes.
This is another, see, again, it's like I'm drawn to those real thin yarns, but it's a very pretty pattern.
Oh, that's really pretty. Yeah, I like it.
And
Yeah.
lightweight. Like I say, it's like for out here, you have to do lightweight things. And I've got a pile of stuff that
See.
for my youngest granddaughter that I made them and I didn't get them out in time, and she outgrew
Mhm.
them.
Oh.
So this is a little stuff
Oh my
that
gosh.
I made for.
That's
And
so cute.
look at the end of, look at the
Yeah,
bubbles.
that's a lot of work. Wow.
So pretty. I just love these
Mm,
bubbles on there.
very
So that
nice.
one was cute. It doesn't fit anymore. I
Mm.
never got buttons on this little shrug that I made for her.
Yeah, that's very cute. Wow.
Does not fit her.
Right.
So yeah,
Oh,
that's what happens if you don't get things in the mail quite fast enough.
I understand that. Now, so we're trying to get you to 100
Mhm.
subscribers. You're at 97. And
Oh, thank you.
I just want to let you know the ladies are doing that for you. And I just want to
You
give
guys
you
are so sweet.
your scores for your knitting. So Jackie said very pretty.
Thank
And let's
you.
see. I like seeing yarn, Lori saying, and what people are making.
Oh, nice.
And she said that is beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah. And Suzanne said,
I
"Oh,
like
that's
that
beautiful,
too.
Renee." Yep, yep, yep. And Gulf Coast Granny said, "I love that lacy look." And let's see,
Yeah,
pretty.
it's nice.
Yeah, elder Suzanne, pretty knits. And here in Mississippi, this is what Charlotte's saying. Usually too hot to wear heavy stuff. I understand that. And then Liz said, "I love that one,
So yeah,
Renee." These are your scores. And I love that scarf. That's what Lori's saying. And Bila said, "I made that this alligator." And what else? And the
oh
sweater
my
is
goodness.
precious. Yes. And adorable. We love
Thank
it.
you.
And cute. So
That
10.
alligator is a very old pattern. I don't even remember where I found it, and I printed it off and put it in a like one of those binders. That's what I used to do. I'd print things off and I'd put them in a binder. Now I just kind of save everything in a library and or put it up
Yes.
on a Pinterest board or something to where I don't have to have it in
Right.
paper format anymore. I have a lot of books, and some of those books I'm probably not real interested in having anymore. But I hadn't crocheted in decades, honestly,
Mhm.
and so when I started watching people crochet, I got interested again. And I was very clunky. And I feel like I'm slow, but I'm very um accurate. Like I say,
Yeah.
it's like I have to have things just right, you know. So it's like I'm
Yes.
I'm doing it with competence, but slow. But I've
Okay.
really gotten into it. And I never in a million years thought I would want to do amigurumi, and here I am.
She is the amigurumi woman right now. Yes.
It is just fun. It is just way fun. So let's
Yep.
see, what
And
else did I find? I found these too. I found this was a really cute little thing. It is a knitting gauge. So I showed you the
mm,
ones for crochet, but this is for knitting, and you can like actually put in the needles, and it's got both the
mhm.
millimeters and whatever, and you can put that
Yep.
in there, and you know exactly, because sometimes knitting needles don't have sizes on them. Some of
Hmm.
them you just got to kind of guess at. So
Yes.
it's nice if you can have something. I have one all the time. I'm always putting the needles in there to figure out what size I need and where I'm at. Some of them you can guess, and I've started to buy them color coded so that I don't have to guess as much. But
Oh.
I bought a set of silver double pointed needles, and there's hundreds of them in there, and I can't figure out what they are. So it's
Oh
like that
yeah.
little thing comes
Yes.
in.
Yes. Those are tough. Yeah, I have a hard time with those also. Trying to figure out what they are. Yep.
Oh, see, Lori said she took time off too. It's you
Yep.
get busy with life, and then I
Mm,
was doing painting and working, had a
mhm.
gallery, and I was in there every single day. I owned a tattoo shop. I mean, I've done all kinds of stuff. So, you kind of move away from things and then come back to it is what I'm finding. And I'm hoping to do that
Mhm.
with painting. I'm back to doing some painting.
Yep. Oh, and then
But yeah,
Bila
it looks
said,
like people
yeah, your your
go ahead.
your your alligator's discontinued, just so you know. The
It's
alligator
what?
discontinued.
Oh, is it? Well, I still have the
Yeah.
pattern, so I
So
don't know
keep
if I
it. Yeah.
bought it or I got it free or I don't
Yeah. Well,
know,
keep
but
it.
it was
Keep it if you want to make another one. Yep. There you go.
yeah, it's been around a long time. So Lori
Okay.
just finished cat to match someone's cat, an amigurumi.
Nice.
So we're getting, we're gonna work on our amigurumi on Friday, and then as we start to finish, and some of us are further along than others on Jackie's channel, we're further along, and then we're going to start submitting some things that we might want to do and that we think are interesting. And what we're considering doing is maybe letting people in the channel, once we submit something, they can pick kind of which one we work on next.
Okay.
So I thought that would be kind of fun. I don't know if you heard that on the last
I did.
go
Yeah.
around, Kelly.
Mm.
Okay. But
Oh, yeah.
that's one of the things we had talked about doing. So I don't know if anybody would really enjoy doing that, but I think it might be kind of fun.
Yeah. I'm open.
You never know. Maybe there'll be like a gift box on how to make one. So I hope there are a lot of people that like granny squares, because I really like this granny square yarn. I like the color of it, and it matched that cup, and everything just looked good together. So I think we could probably do that one. And we'll try to keep this one kind of not 3 hours long. I think we're almost at an hour, so it goes by so fast.
It really does.
It's like, how does that happen?
You do a couple of things and bam, an hour. You can burn through an hour. It's pretty easy. Yeah. And let's see. Oh, Kim's asking Lori what pattern you use for the cat. Yeah. Yeah, the cat pattern.
Did you do a video on it too? It's like always I'm interested to see what people did, whether they did a video on something or another too. So that's always kind of fun. I watch that cow the llama that I made, that has like a 5 or 6 part series on how to do it. So it was kind of nice that I wish the cow had that, but it was really nice that they had a video where if you got stuck on something, you can actually see how they did it.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's good to know.
Little muggles, free pattern, small kitty, and lots of color control. Ooh, I like that. I like that. The yellow one is for my friend. That's the cow she's talking about.
Yeah, she has to make another one, apparently. Her son wants one.
I saw her kids like looking at those and saying, "Ooh, those are cool. Hi, Jessica." That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I said, I kind of figured, Liz.
Yeah, somebody's gonna want that.
Yeah, but that's okay. That's okay.
All right, so nobody talked to Charlotte and call her Granny, but we're going to use the word Granny in our next drawing, and that's going to be for the Granny squares. Let's go at it again. It's going to be a set. Let me see if I can make this thing go back over where it was. There it kind of go. No, AI's on.
Oh, yeah.
Oops, sorry.
He's back to you.
My AI. Well, shoot. Let me see if I can get it to do what it's supposed to do. Go off, AI. There we go. I'll just manually do it.
There you go.
There we go.
Nice.
So we've got a couple of skeins of Red Heart Granny Square. We have a big twist gauge tool, and it's kind of interesting. I think that's interesting looking at, you can see what the different necks of your needle is, and then how many you get around each one. How many loops you make will tell you kind of what gauge it is, because sometimes you get yarn, you don't know what it is.
Yeah,
and then it also has really cool vinyl stickers. It says it's hip to be square.
Nice.
And then while you're crocheting, you can use this lovely Granny Life cup. Very cute. I like the inside. I think the inside's like really super cute.
Yeah, that's very nice.
It's a very cute cup, and it was that was one of the Joann's things. It was 60% off.
Oh, winner! That's a winner.
Isn't that insane? Isn't that insane? And they had the cutest little flower pots and that sort of thing in there too.
Now I have to ask you, what color is the yarn?
Let me see.
It's on the label somewhere. Yeah.
It's called Black Hyperviolet. It doesn't really say a color. It just has all those words. Let me get you up here. You can see it.
Oh, yeah. Wow. That's weird. Okay. That's what it says.
A lot of different colors. It doesn't have like a specific thing where it says, this is plum or something. So yeah.
Well, that's
So
cool though.
yeah, so if you want to type the word granny into our chat, we'll see
Okay.
like if we can get this thing over to somebody. And this one's a real heavy one, so I think we're gonna have to limit this one to the United States because it's
Mhm.
some of these are kind of heavy, so it's gonna be kind of big. So
Yeah.
I put it in just with a capital G in granny. You can put it in lots of different ways, and they're showing up. So I don't think it really matters how
Okay.
you spell it, or it doesn't
Mhm.
look like it's sensitive, but if you want to put it in more than once, you can. It'll only count it one time, but that's kind of cool.
Mhm. Mhm. All right now. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Who's the lucky
Giving
winner?
away stuff. It's just fun. I find it really fun to go out and see what's on sale and see if you can find something really cool for
Mhm.
people. It's fun to share things that I think are pretty with
Yes.
everybody else. I think there was a knit or crochet. Oh yeah, there's a crochet hook in here too. There is a wooden handled crochet hook from
Nice.
Hobby Lobby. It
Okay.
is a size 375.
Mhm.
You might want a bigger one for that, but I had it, so I figure if you don't use it for this, you can use it for something else.
Right.
So yeah, if we got a 13 entries so far, and so we'll give it a second or so. And if you are watching and you want to enter the contest to win this, it's just type in the word granny.
Mhm.
So it looks like we're gonna go with 13, lucky 13, and then
Mhm.
we're gonna hit draw. Let's see what we have.
Yep.
Can you see it? Yeah, we can see it.
Looks good. Oh.
Suzanne is hooked.
Oh my goodness.
Woohoo! Suzanne is hooked. Congratulations.
Very nice.
That's awesome. 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 Let me see if I can get this thing back to me. AI, kick in. Okay. This is a kind of a new thing for me, this camera, but it's like I'm still a little awkward with it, but it's pretty fun. This is a real interesting camera. I really love it. It's um Insta360, I think it's called, and it's on
Yes.
Amazon for a couple $100, and it tracks you. So if I move this way, it goes that way. And then instead of having two cameras, you can actually have different presets to where it automatically goes. It'll look
Oh.
down at your desk and then back up at your face, which is kind of cool because if you're not paying for the paid version of StreamYard, it won't let you have two cameras, or it's very convoluted on how you get two cameras, and if
Mhm.
you'll get a lot of feedback. So, that's never a whole lot of fun getting a whole lot of feedback. So I messed around with a bunch of different cameras, and this one
Yes.
so far gets thumbs up
Yes.
all the way for me.
That's great.
Awesome.
That's nice.
That is fun stuff. So what's on the agenda for the rest of the week? Anything good?
N- Nothing exciting. Well, just getting ready for the holidays on next Monday, Memorial Day. So that's going to be interesting.
Oh
And
my gosh, I
yeah,
totally
so
forgot. It was
I
holiday.
I did too, and then I went because actually today I just remembered it was my oldest daughter's birthday. So
Oh, wow.
I called her real early this morning, and I went, "Oh crap, it's your birthday!" And she was home sleeping. She got the day off, so she was very happy about that. But yeah, and she's
She's
like, "I'm
close by,
old."
right?
Yeah, she was knocked out. She goes, "I'm old," and I'm like, "Yeah, you kind of are, but it is what it is. It's you're good. Not too old, but yeah." Now Liz is not allowed to yarn shop. She said she's going yarn shopping. Actually, I may check out Joanne one last time, see what's cooking in there. I'm always curious. But I like those
Suzanne, we'll
those.
talk. I didn't realize you're in Canada, but we'll find a way to get it to you. Don't worry.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yep.
But that's very exciting.
Yeah,
Well,
that is exciting.
I'm gonna try to do outside stuff because the weather's nice. I've got 3 days officially left of school, but I think we're
Mhm.
kind of over it and
Well,
not doing a whole lot.
yeah.
It's like it's been a tough month, and if you
Mm.
look at this table over here, it's full of his stuff. He's building a robot tank on this table in here.
Oh,
So I told him if he did that, we would count that as school
Okay.
and learning.
Good. It's good.
I think that counts, right? That counts.
Oh, I think that counts. And in fact, Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh, they have a robotics program. So that's like a real thing. Like if he learns how to do that, he would be good there. You know what I mean? Not that I'm trying to
Well,
push him there,
he's
but
really good. And
yeah.
no, we started out using these things called snap circuits, and they're, like snaps on clothes. They're
Mhm.
actually pieces of plastic with those snaps on it, and you can snap things together and create circuits. So you can make motors run and fans run and all kinds of stuff. So he learned to do that when he was really young, and then he
Mhm.
would build these impressive Lego kits with motorized stuff in them.
Okay,
And
so he's
so
kind
this
of
one is actually for 14-year-olds and up, and he
mhm.
has to build the circuit board. And but he knows how to build circuit boards. He's soldered things. We built some drones. We've done some cool
Mhm.
stuff. So I figure if
Yep.
he can get that done, then we'll count it, and
Oh, for
we'll
sure.
call it good.
Yeah, that's nice. But
You know,
anyway, I don't know. I
no
don't
more
know.
work.
Yeah, no more work. It's like no more papers, no more books, no more
No more
teachers.
portfolio projects. Yeah, because what I did is I had to put together a portfolio
Yeah.
every month of what he had done, and so
Mhm.
in every subject. And when
Yeah.
you're doing like a full load, that's a lot of work samples with math and English and science and French and
Mhm.
um, what else did he take? I can't remember. History. I mean, just all kinds of
Mhm.
nonsense was going on. So,
Great stuff. Good
but yeah,
stuff.
I'm glad that's done. That's done. So
Yeah.
this week I'm going to try to get outside and work on my yard. I got house guests coming, so I want to get my yard in good shape and all that kind of stuff. I dug a hole yesterday. I was watching Lori's stories, and I was listening to it, and I was digging holes in the backyard and planting vines and all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
So it's good. It's good,
It's
good,
good.
good. All
Good
right.
stuff.
So let's see. Let's do the famous cow. So let me tell you about the cow thing. So the cow kit, I liked it a lot, and I still like it, even though it's a very hard pattern, and it
Yes.
may not be something that everybody is interested in doing. I do have a copy of that pattern because I bought several of them, and I will include it in this kit if you win it. But there are other patterns that aren't as hard, but you could still use all the same colors and the safety eyes and all that sort of stuff. You're not stuck with doing something that you think looks like it may not be something you want to do. Liz says it's not hard. I found that to be the easiest amigurumi I've ever made, but the llama was easy. It just took a lot of time.
Took a
But
lot of time.
Liz swears that the cow is not that difficult. The head has been really pretty simple to do so far,
Yeah,
but
the
I
head's
still
not
have to
bad.
do the
Mhm.
no, because they're all kind of the same.
They
But
are.
this one's kind of interesting because you kind of have to form the nose and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff on it. Let me show you.
it's good stuff.
Let's see if we can find the cow. I'll share that with people just so they can see that cow.
Mhm. Mhm.
Where is my cow?
Let's see.
May have to pull it up and then do it. I have two windows open so I can do all of it. Let's see. Purchases. So this lady has really, really interesting stuff. It's really cute. She does a great job, but
Mhm.
sometimes, I tend to want to do things that might be harder for me than I should be as a beginner.
Yeah.
But here, let me see if I can make this bigger. There we
Let's
go.
see. Yeah.
Now we can see what this looks like. So, like I say, if you win this and you want to
Mhm.
um, you do this one, I'm happy to provide a copy of it to you because I have it already. When I find something I want to do, it's like, I'll get the pattern. I'm not gonna. I actually buy these patterns, so the person that makes them gets compensated for them if I give them to somebody to do, or a group project or something like that. So you can
Mhm.
make this cow lots of different colors. I think Charlotte's making one in white. Jackie's got browns. Liz did one in yellow and is going to do one in blue. And they're very cute no matter what color you want to make them.
Right.
And the little tongue on it is probably what sold me the most on this pattern, because I just think that that little tongue is the cutest thing I ever saw.
Yeah,
So look how cute they look in all different colors. They look really cute.
they do.
So it's a lot of like these little dreadlock things they have. It's basically what you're doing is single crocheting, and then every so often you do like 15 or 16 chains, and then you slip stitch back down it, and you go around in circles. And I have not done the hair yet, but Liz told me
Yes.
that it's a toupee.
Yes. Oh,
You knew that?
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she said it's sort
I
of
have
like she called it a lace front. I was like, lace front wig.
it's like a little toupee that you sew on
And
it.
I'm
So you're
like,
making this little
okay.
toupee.
I haven't made that yet.
But it's like way cute. I just love them.
That is
But anyway, there's tons
Yeah.
of Highland cows on that are free. I've seen some that are just the hairs, you know, you
Yeah.
just cut the yarn flat and they look just as cute. But that's the one that we were making. And like I said, if you really love it, then you know, it's like I'm happy to give you the copy of the pattern. I did buy an extra to go in this box. So that would be good. Let me like open this one up.
Yeah. That's
And
cute.
we will look at all this good stuff. So
Yeah,
just like I say, if you win, all you gotta do is text me and on Instagram or something, and I will be more than happy to let me know if you want that pattern. I'll be glad. Because if you don't want it, I'll give it to someone that could really use it. So either way, it works for me.
Yes.
So let's see here. Let's open this thing up and get y'all doing something productive for the rest of the day.
Yep.
It takes a minute.
Yep. It's nice. That it's really fun. I mean, I am enjoying making it. So I'll tell anybody if you've never made it before. It's kind of cute. It's really cute.
Yeah, like I've got one that I'm trying to make forever and I can't do it. It's just I'm having fits making this stupid raccoon. And I keep trying ever so often to make its hands, and I get so mad and throw it away and start all over again.
Right. But it's cute. Yep. And I'm gonna I may do one more. I might do one more also. Yep. So we'll
Another
see.
cow?
I might do one more.
They
One
were
more.
if you
I'm
go
not
to like
sure
Hobby
before.
Lobby,
Mm-hmm.
these Highland cows are everywhere in Hobby Lobby. It's like they have paintings of them. They have
Yes.
I
Mm-hmm.
mean, if there's something to hang in your house, it's home decor, they have a Highland cow for it.
Yeah. Yeah, they have really cool stuff in there. And it's funny because that's not my style, but I'm kind of digging it. Like I can appreciate it from an art standpoint. You know, they put the cow everywhere. I love it.
Well, I think it looks great. I just don't think it would look good in my house, but I think
Right.
it would
Yeah.
look
Yeah.
good.
I just think it's cool. Like, yeah, I just like the fact that they said, let's make a series of cows.
Yeah.
Highland
I have
cows.
kind of that coastal kind of vibe going on in my
Oh,
house, you
yeah.
know, the white colors and stuff. And that you could do that, but it was like I do a lot of seabirds because I'm a painter, and so I painted a
Yeah.
lot. And you know, it
Mhm.
used to be that I thought it was really arrogant to hang your own work on your walls, so I never would. I was just like, oh, people think I'm being
Oh, no.
ostentatious, right? But as I got older, I hung them on the wall because you have limited places you can store them and them not get damaged. So they end up on the
Exactly.
wall,
Exactly.
you know.
Yep. I agree with that.
And
Yeah.
and some of the ones that I sold overseas, I've got some paintings in Australia and in England. They I have actually done the prints of those because I like them so much. So it's kind of
Yeah.
fun to know where they are, that they're somewhere else. It's just really fun.
No, it's great.
So anyway, let's do this one. And so for this prize, and again, it's the Highland Cow kit, all the yarns in it. Let me see if I can make this thing go back and do my thing again, because I just love my camera. That way. There we go. Get it right. That way, girl.
Yep.
So anyway, this is all the things. It's going to have the pattern in it if you want. It's all the colors for the hooves and the horns and all the good stuff. Let me zoom out. I want it zoomed in because it's got AI on. There we go. I kind of like this, that I can move things around on the screen, though. It's kind of fun that you can do that because it's hard to do that with other cameras.
It is. Yep.
But this one will let you move around. So anyway, So on this drawing, we're going to type in the word Highland, Highland.
Okay.
I'll show you. It's going to be Highland.
Nice.
That will be the one for that one. And then we
Okay.
will have done some fun stuff. And there may be like one of my custom cards be snuck in there too. I do custom greeting cards. And so
Yep.
I'll put one of those in there too. I found some stamps today that are the cutest things I ever saw. They're rubber stamps. They're
Yes.
llamas.
Oh,
So we
nice.
may have to make some llama cards. We may have to make some llama cards. I made some really cute ones last week. And there's a stamp camp coming up, but I don't know if I'm going to go to it because it's an all-day thing and it's a
Oh,
long
okay.
day. But we make like 10 cards.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
It's a
You'll be ready for the
Yeah.
full year almost, right? You could probably do some birthday, Christmas, Easter, all those.
Well, yeah, you
holidays.
could do that. And let me see,
Mhm.
get my AI tracking. There I go. Woo, did it.
That's cool.
So we're 11 entries. So again, and I'll give it a couple more seconds. If you didn't get your thing in there, you want to type Highland in there. And I do have it set up so the same person doesn't win. So it's like we do spread the wealth out a little bit.
I love it. I enjoy that.
All right.
good.
So there's 11. So let me draw.
Okay. All right now.
See, it's like slows down. It makes you think you're getting it.
Ooh.
Mila.
Ah!
Mila.
Nice.
That's awesome. Congratulations. I
Congratulations.
think that sometimes the tool gives it to who needs it, you know,
I think so.
who I
Absolutely.
really want. So
Yes.
Bila, go on my Instagram and there's a link in my YouTube description and you can just text me and we'll get everything squared away and we'll get all that stuff out to everybody that won, and congratulations. And I just
Mhm.
want to say thank you for supporting everybody. You know, Kelly and I've been kind of doing something new, and Liz, and we're just kind of hanging out and deciding where we take our channels and bring some positivity in the world, and you know, try to look at the bright side of things and see the
Yes.
glass half full. And I think it's
I love it.
important. We need people to do that. And it's
Yeah.
that law of attractions that kind of draws those kind of people in, you know.
Yep.
We're hoping. So
Yep.
so if you're here, you're probably a really nice person. So
Yes.
we would like you to stay. And I love you all. I think you all got some. I'm really enjoying getting to know people and getting to enjoy seeing the channel and connecting with them. You know,
Yes.
Mindy has one in the middle of the day. Sometimes I pop on for hers when she gets home from work. She does one, and so
Okay.
that was kind of fun. So I try to keep a lookout and see what everybody's doing. But
Yes.
anyway, you have any announcements, anybody, or
Yeah,
you
let's
have
see.
anything going on? Anything you want to talk about with your channel? When are you going live next?
I might do it Wednesday. Hopefully the ladies will be there. I have to check and see. That's when I meet my little yarn group. So I might show
Oh
some
yeah, I
stuff
like those.
that people are making. Yeah.
I like those.
They've been
Do they
busy.
like that you do that?
Yeah. Well, now they're like, let me show you what I made. I'm like, ooh, okay. Before I used to have to beg, but I don't have to beg anymore, which is good. Oh, look
Well,
at
this is
Liz.
a good skill to have, you know. What's that?
Yeah. Look at what Liz said.
What did she say? I missed it. I thought it was going to be me. Jackie
No.
thought it was going to be her.
No, she said she's going to Joanne's tomorrow.
Oh, is she really?
Yeah.
Can you drive to her yet?
No.
You don't want to push it. Yeah, there you go. Well, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, she probably gets a chauffeur going to take her.
Yeah, she'll get
What
around, but
kind of paintings do you do? You know, I'll do a show one of these days of the paintings that I do, but I paint relatively photorealistic. I like Renaissance type painters. You know, I grew up in love with Da Vinci and Michelangelo and Vermeer and things like that. I don't do abstract all that well. It's like it's
no.
okay, but you know, I have
Yeah.
done some interesting paintings. Like I did a Holocaust painting that's real interesting. Unless you knew the place, you wouldn't know what it is. But it's the Holocaust monument in Berlin, and they have these big blocks, and there's a single person kind of in there, and it's
Mm,
lost, in that whole ordeal. And it's almost abstract, but that's about as abstract as I get. But most of them are seabirds, or I don't know, just like some portraits. I did some portrait work. I did some Day of the Deads, with I did skeletons sitting on books and
oh,
things, and they're really
that's
cool. They're kind of like they're not like, I take it back. They're not Day of the Dead. They're more of they look kind of Shakespearean. I don't know if you know, but they painted some really cool skulls.
mm,
And so it's kind of interesting when you can paint skulls and hands. I've always thought that you kind of got it going on. So
okay.
that's things that I always strive to do. But I
Yeah.
kind of lost my mojo. It's like I just didn't want to
Mm,
paint anymore. And I think that doing
yeah.
homeschool kind of took the life out of me, and it's
Mm,
been hard. And
yeah.
so my grandson's going back to school next season. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe I have more time to do some things like that. But I
Mm,
can't ever seem to just sit still. I find something to do.
hmm. That's
You
great.
give me some time and I'll fill it right up.
Yep. Yep. Life is
I'm a
short, as
time
they
hoarder.
say. Yeah.
Yeah,
Time.
life is
Yeah.
short. You got to. And you know what?
Mhm.
You're never too old to do something new. It's like if you can get up and get around, and even if you can get somebody to help you, if you're not driving or whatever, but
Mhm.
just get out of your house and go see something.
I say that all the time, and
You
I
know?
think people look at me crazy, but I'm like, yeah, it's fun online, but yeah, gotta get some air. Gotta get some air,
Yeah, yeah.
fresh air, and sun, a little sun.
Sorry, got a little cough there. Anyway, we're gonna
Okay.
wrap it up. I just wanted to say thank you, and thank you, Kelly, for co-hosting. Appreciate you being here, and we'll get in touch with everybody that won something. And I'm really excited for you to get these. They're things that I thought looked good together and went together, and so I hope you do too. And
It's
and we will
nice.
be seeing you on the flip side. Let me see if I got my little thing ready
Yes.
here. So anyway, thank you again. We'll see you soon.
Yes.
And we'll get a schedule here sooner or later, but maybe not. I don't know.
We'll figure.
All right. Thanks, everyone.